is a recognized teaching of the Olumba.
At the lecture spoke extensively on peace building, moral leadership and national unity, emphasizing that the survival and progress of the world depend on compassion, love, truthfulness and integrity. They urged leaders at all levels to walk the path of righteousness and selfless service for the common good.
A moral leader, a good leader must always do what is right. Not just that, he or she must also do what is seen or deemed to be right. In other words, not only should you do what is right, you should also endeavor to do what is perceived to be right by the majority of the people. Again, speaking and acting truthfully, showing courage to go against established norm or popular opinion if need be. This will be dangerous. But we also know that moral leaders are risk takers. They can take risks once they are convinced that this is the right way to go. Even if that point of view is unpopular, they still go ahead and do the needful. So that's number three. It is not easy to do that, number three, because most of us like to go with the majority. We like to go with the public opinion, with the popular opinion. So it's not very easy to act against established norms.
Also, Prophet Enufa, the oldest man in Biafra and head of the Missionaries Council, saw a ball of light descend into his room. A voice commanded him to inform the family of Olumba Obu that the word of God will be born into their lineage and rule the world with love. He later saw a vision of staircases descending from heaven to earth with a woman carrying a child surrounded by angels and trumpets, signaling that the ruler of the universe had arrived. The state of the world before his death. The world of man before 1918 is described as a void without soul, characterized by survival of the fittest and a theory of meism, a philosophy of selfishness that fueled conflict between religion and nation. A series of heraldic events signaled that sovereignty over the world was changing hands. This includes the Spanish flu that took place between 1918 and 1919. This epidemic killed approximately 100 million people worldwide and vanished mysteriously in 1918, shortly after the Olumba was born. The moral leadership fosters national growth and development by drawing on biblical principles of integrity, justice, compassion, and humility. Leadership can establish a strong foundation for society that is characterized by trust, unity, and sustainability. As we look to the scriptures for inspiration and guidance, we can learn valuable lessons on how to cultivate moral leadership that contributes to the flourishing of nations and the well-being of our people. So what we are recommending for us to get to the strengthening of national growth through moral leadership is that our leaders and every strata of the society and the community should be imbued with integrity, compassion, justice, and humility. If they have those four qualities, then we would have leadership that will ensure growth of national development. Love is the highest law in leadership and the foundation of peace and development. To the leader faces pride, greed, hatred, and tolerance before attempting to lead others. He consistently emphasizes that leadership must be expressed through example, not coercion, through service, and not betrayal.
In a goodwill message, one of the distinguished guests affirmed that leader Olumba Abu, the sole spiritual head of the universe, is the long prophesied Messiah and Comforter,